What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to talk about a project that has just been brought to my attention recently, and it is called Zeus Network. Now, we're going to go over what it is, what it does, we'll look at the charts, take a quick look at the tokenomics, potential price prediction, and I'll let you know if I ended up buying this project or not. So, Zeus Network is a brand new project, and it was launched, I believe, the 3rd of this month, April. So it's very new, and normally getting into a project, you want to wait a few months after the launch. You typically see a sizable correction before things even out for a while and then start to go back up. Let's take a look at what Zeus Network is. So it's a permissionless communication layer seamlessly integrating Solana and Bitcoin. As a pioneer in interoperability, we aim to empower users to navigate the dynamic realm of decentralized applications effortlessly with our cross-chain technical breakthrough. As a secure ecosystem, Zeus Network ensures the security of assets on each chain through their respective protocols. So it's not bridging the assets, but it's using its technology to seamlessly move from blockchain to blockchain. Now, the narrative is intriguing. Let's put it that way. That's what initially piqued my interest in this project, is the Bitcoin to Solana seamless transactions where you can flop back and forth from blockchain to blockchain. I think that's going to be a big narrative this cycle. And I think moving forward, this project has pretty solid potential. So looking at the charts here, currently sitting at $137 million market cap. The fully diluted market cap is just under 800 million, and there's a max supply of 1 billion tokens. There's almost 17% in circulation right now, which is not terrible for a project that was just released literally a couple weeks ago. All-time chart looks interesting, to say the least. Like I said, it's only a couple weeks old, so it's hard to tell. Once we get a little bit more price data and history on this, we'll be able to see probably, a potentially normal looking chart. You've got some spikes and you've got some dips here. So what I like to look for is the launch date and then a drop. And then, some sideways movement. I like to see some sideways movement for, even a couple months, if not more. Just as it builds its base out before it takes the next move up. And this, hasn't really, like I said, we don't have enough history and data and price on the chart in order to really see what's going on yet. Let it find its bottom, and then it'll be ready and primed for a breakout, potentially. One of the things I really like about this project is the centralized exchange listings. This caught my eye. It's listed on every single tier 2, tier 3 centralized exchange that you could possibly want, especially right out of the gate. That's a good sign. They're paying for listings. They're serious, and I like to see that a lot. Now, I think based on the narrative, the name actually is simple. It's short, and the logo is a little lightning bolt, simple and short. I think that gives it some good marketing potential. That being said, just looking at everything all together kind of gives me the vibe that it has a good potential for a tier 1 centralized exchange, whether that be Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, Crypto.com, grabbing a few of those exchanges, which will in turn help the price pump pretty drastically come bull market time. Tokenomics, they don't look great. Just going to be honest here. And, the team only has 15%, but you've got early backers, you've got advisors, foundation reserve. A lot of these can be, kind of bundled up into the team. 40% for the ecosystem and community growth. I'm assuming that's for, potential exchange listings. I also don't necessarily like this vesting schedule. It's pretty steep and it's pretty rapid. Now, you can argue that they get it out of the way somewhat soon. So, all tokens will be in circulation in month 30 from the launch. We're still in month 1. So, there's less than 250 million tokens in circulation, and every month that's going to climb. The team can't start selling until month 16, which is going to put us about August, roughly, of next year. And that's kind of right towards, what can potentially be the end of the bull run anyway. So, that could lead us into that drop off once we, hit the market top. But there's kind of a steep climb all the way up until then anyways. So that really doesn't fill me with a whole lot of confidence. That being said, in a bull market, tokenomics don't necessarily matter. There's been plenty of projects in the past that have had absolutely terrible, god-awful tokenomics that have done, 100, 200, 300 X's in previous bull markets. So, take that with a grain of salt, but also keep that in mind that there is going to be some token dilution every single month from here on out. There's one other thing about this project that I don't necessarily like, and that is the team. They're not doxed, and that worries me a little bit. I typically don't buy projects where the team isn't doxed. The only thing I can find is they have some what they call angel investors, and they are compiled of Anatoly Yakovenko, co-founder of Solana, and I really like Anatoly a lot. That makes me feel a little bit comfortable that he's investing in the project. Also take that with a grain of salt. He is the co-founder and the face of Solana Network. Munib Ali, co-founder of Stacks, which is also layer 2 on Bitcoin. So you've got the Solana and Bitcoin players investing in this project, since it is a Bitcoin to Solana use case. And then you've got Andrew Kang, founder of Mechanism Capital. So those are the only three faces that I can find behind the project, and they're not even part of the team. They're just angel investors, so they invested some money into the project. There is quite a bit of VC backing, and OKX, decent-sized centralized exchange, is also heavily invested into the project as well. If we go back over to here, we can see that they just raised an $8 million funding round at a valuation of $100 million. That was the most recent round. In total, the IDO raised almost $29 million in funds. So there is some money behind the project, which is good for price appreciation. As far as a price prediction for this project, I can see it in two different ways. Now, we have got a $137 million current market cap, and what I'm going to do is compare this project to Polygon Matic. It was a layer 2 on Ethereum last cycle, the best performing layer 2 on Ethereum, and I would consider this, Solana doesn't really have layer 2s, but this is kind of equivalent to a layer 2. There's this kind of project built on top of Solana where you can kind of move from blockchain to blockchain. So I'm going to compare it to what Polygon did last cycle, and they hit a $20 billion market cap. Now, from current valuation, if Zeus went to a $20 billion market cap, that's going to be 145x from today. Now, I don't necessarily think that that's going to happen, because you're going to have token dilution throughout till we get up to the top of the bull run point, as well as the fully diluted market cap. If all tokens were in circulation today, you would have a 786, almost an $800 million market cap. So your return at a 20 billion market cap would be a 24x. So that's a big difference, and the tokens aren't going to be fully diluted. They're going to be about 3/4 diluted, roughly, come the top of the bull run. So, we've got to estimate that, you're probably looking at a 20 to 50x on this project. And if it garners a lot of attention and becomes the new, it thing on the Solana blockchain where you can move your Bitcoin over, it could do more X's than that. Once we're in the heated part of this next bull run, and valuations of projects go way beyond what they should be. So, it could do more. As far as myself, I did actually purchase a little bit of this project. Now, the caveat here is it's a very small percentage of my portfolio, and this is the first project besides meme coins that I have bought that do not have a fully doxed team. And so I only bought a small amount, and solely based on the use case and solely based on the centralized exchange listings and what I potentially see for a tier 1 centralized exchange listing in the future, or plural in the future. This project reminds me of Neon EVM to an extent, because Neon brings Ethereum users over to Solana seamlessly, whereas this is bringing Bitcoin users over to Solana seamlessly. So Neon's done very well, and I have a feeling that this has the potential to do very well. And, you know, time will tell, but full disclosure, the percentage allocation that I have in my portfolio of this project right now, Zeus, is about 0.5%. So that's the comfortability factor that I have as far as adding this to my portfolio. I don't like the fact that they don't have a docs team. It's not the end all be all, but it does worry me a little bit. I do like the fact, though, that Anatoly has invested in the project. I think that gives it a little bit of credibility, as well as the co-founder of Stacks, Munib Ali. It doesn't give me full comfortability, but it gives me a little bit of comfortability. So we'll see what happens. The project's interesting nonetheless, and I could see some potential with it. So that'll do it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Pack your damn bags. We're running out of time. Peace out.